Welcome to Good Burger Reviews. My name is John, and I'm here to do a special end of the year presentation. And that is the top 10 movies of 2025. And this video marks the year anniversary of me starting my Good Burger Reviews movie review, mostly horror channel. It was only a year ago this evening that I was recording my top 10 horror movies of 2024. So I'm proud to say that I've got a whole year under my belt and very excited because I watched over 100 new movies this year in the theaters and on streaming, and can't wait to get into the ones that made the top 10 of the year. So my channel was mostly horror movies or horror adjacent movies, which will include some action, some thriller, and of course some creature features. So without no further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, released in January of 2025, Companion.
There have been two moments in my life when I was happiest. The first was the day I met Josh.
I'm Josh.
I'm Iris. And the second, the day I killed him.
This movie is directed by Drew Hancock. It is starring Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid, and Lucas Gage. The basic plot is Josh takes his girlfriend on a weekend getaway with some friends after his companion AI robot girlfriend kills a man and escapes. He tries to catch her before the company he bought it from gets to her first. So I think the big strength to this one for me was the fact that I didn't see the preview, and that when watching the movie for the first time, I learned that Sophie Thatcher's character was an AI companion robot. I also was impressed with Sophie Thatcher's acting and Jack Quaid. I thought they were quite comparable as boyfriend and girlfriend. And I really liked how this movie had ups, downs. There was lots of twists and turns along the way. Action and horror blended with comedy and drama and emotion.
Wow, Josh.
Coming in at number 9, released in July of 2025, Jurassic Park Rebirth.
Experimental work. Maybe only the worst ones here.
This movie is directed by Gareth Edwards. It's starring Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey. The basic plot is Zora Bennett leads a team of skilled operatives to an island research facility of the original Jurassic Park. They are to secure dino DNA to cure cancer and rescue a family they saved from a capsized boat. So the strengths in this one is dino action, and dino action. I really enjoyed the blend of the new dinosaurs that they created that are slightly different from the dinosaurs we've seen in the 6 previous Jurassic Parks. I really enjoyed how they blended the land, the cliff, the island, and the jungle scenes all together and really made for an exciting, captivating movie. I know this one had mixed reviews, but I am always going to have a special heart in my place for the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise, and it's hard for the dinos to disappoint me. I also liked how this one was an homage to creature features and blended comedy with action and drama and excitement and super dino apex predator tension.
Don't see that every day or ever.
Coming in at number 8, released in April of 2025, Blumhouse's Drop.
Somebody sent me this.
Just dumb kids trying to mess with you. know it's someone in the restaurant.
This movie is directed by Christopher Landon. It's starring Megan Fahey and Brendan Skellner. The plot is Violet, a widow, finally goes out on a date, but keeps receiving airdrop messages from a nearby villain that's telling her sister and son will be killed if she does not kill her date. So this is another one that's a 90s thriller action, and I really liked how it blended the romantic comedy with the action thriller, the mystery, the intrigue, and just a little bit of horror. I think this one leaned more into the action and the thrill and less of the traditional horrors. I think Megan and Brandon, as beautiful and handsome as they are, did a great job expressing characters who have depth and grief and loss. Also being funny and romantic at the same time.
Please, what do you want from me?
I also liked how this one was a mystery and kept me guessing all the way to the end and at the edge of my seat.
Tequila never kill anybody, right?
So, how's this date going?
Coming in at number 7, released in November of 2025, The Running Man.
Welcome to The Running Man.
People on these games never come back.
I'm not trying to get myself killed, so kiss my ass twice.
Right there is why you can win this game.
Directed by Edgar Wright, starring Glenn Powell and Josh Brolin, the basic plot is a remake of a 1987 Running Man on a bigger level. A desperate young family man with everything to lose must survive 30 days on the run from professional assassins on a televised TV show in a dystopian future. Well, I felt like the strengths on this one was it was filled with homages to the classic action movies like Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, while also at the same time being a much improvement to the original. I liked how the movie had higher stakes, it was set in a bigger stage, and the action was fun, and it kind of modernized this 1987 classic. I also want to say that Glenn Powell, I think, is an amazing action hero. He's kind of the new it guy. He's been in movies like Twister and so forth. And I look forward to see what he's doing next.
I got a grenade!
Back at you.
I'm still here, you shit eaters.
Coming in at number 6, released in March of 2025, Death of a Unicorn.
Is there something in your car? We need to study it.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
This movie was directed by Alex Sharfman. It is starring Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. The basic plotline is a dad and a daughter accidentally strike a unicorn with their car on the way to their dad getting a new job with a billionaire who wants to capitalize on the unicorn's special curative properties. When the parent unicorns come for their babies, chaos ensues. So the strengths on this one, I think it was an interesting, new, and fun creature feature, which also gave lots of homage towards one of my favorites, the Jurassic Park franchise. I was also a fan of seeing Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega team up together as a daddy-daughter team battling these unicorns and getting mixed up with these crazy billionaires and scientists. I felt like the movie had lots of great tension, some great gore, good kills, comedy, drama, and lots of action. Coming in at number 5, released in December of 2025, The Housemaid.
Hi, Millie. Hi, Mrs. Winchester.
Oh, please call me Nina. Come on in. So why do you want this job?
I just really enjoy being a housemaid. For the right families, of course.
You know this is a live-in position, right?
This movie was directed by Paul Feig. It's starring Amanda Seyfried, Sydney Sweeney, and Brandon Skellner. Plot: ex-con gets a job as a housemaid in an upper-class family home, but when the family has dark secrets, drama, mystery, and horrors are uncovered. In a case where everybody's got something to hide, the tables turn to uncover a true villain. So this is another one that was very similar to Drop, and I felt like all these ones from 5 to like 10, like they were all super close, and I really struggled with ranking them. At the end of the day, there was just little things here and there that just brought them up above each one. And not to worry that The Housemaid got a higher rating just because it was just recently released. What I really did like about this one was the 90s thriller aspect, the whole idea of we thought we were getting a Hand That Rocks the Cradle type of movie when it turned into something completely different. I thought the acting, especially Amanda Seyfried, was really good. And the twists, the turns, the comedy, the drama, the thrills, the horrors, even a little bit of gore that's in this one was great. And it made for a great end of the year flick, and it met the anticipation I had for the fourth quarter.
Good feeling about this, Millie.
Me too.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
Now, we're getting into the top 4. Now, these 4 I had very laid out very specifically. I really felt that each one earned its specific place. And these 4 are a rise above the bottom 6. And I will say here at this point that I do have reviews on all of these movies. So if you want to check out the longer thoughts of what I had to say about each one of these movies, I will put links in the description. Coming in at number 4, released in April of 2025, Sinners.
Will somebody take me in your
but it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party.
This world already left you for dead. I can save you from your fate.
This movie was directed by Ryan Coogler. It is starring Michael B. Jordan, Miles Keaton, and Haley Steinfeld. Plot: twin brothers return to their 1930s Mississippi hometown to start up a juke joint, only to find vampires that sing and dance and bite are on the prowl. Well, the strengths for this one, I mean, this was clearly a very popular movie. It received great reviews from critics and audiences alike, including myself. I was really impressed with it, and even after a second time watch over the summer, I really realized what a quality film this was. The other strengths were the period piece that it was, mixed with the great acting of Michael B. Jordan, along with everyone else in this ensemble cast. I mean, so many of them did a great job displaying this time period and these type of characters.
You twins?
Nah, we cousins.
Another thing that was great about Sinners was the vampires. I mean, the vampires were different, yet they had a little bit of fierceness and scariness to them. I mean, it definitely has some gory moments in here. I'm also hoping to see love from the Academy for this movie because of how really well it is put together and how great the actors and actresses did. I will be really upset if there is not even a mention of this movie at the Academy Awards. And that is including Ryan Coogler as a director. I think he's amazing. I think he's done great pieces before, but this is just like a masterpiece film for him. And I'm looking forward to whatever him and hopefully Michael B. Jordan do next.
Hey, get back inside.
Let me in, man. Some weird shit going on out here.
You keep dancing with the devil. One day he's gonna follow you home.
Coming in at number 3, released in May of 2025, Final Destination Bloodlines.
Death is coming for our family.
I said, oh, 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 oh,
This movie is directed by Zach Leposky and Adam Stein. It is starring Caitlin Santawana, Breck Basinger, Tony Todd, and Richard Harmon. The plot: 50 years after Stephanie's grandmother has a premonition about a building collapse, death is chasing the whole family in this legacy sequel to Final Destination. Well, the strength in this movie, first of all, one of the most impressive moments in the movie was Tony Todd's performance. And this ties into something that happened to me throughout this year. And Tony Todd passed away of cancer. And then this movie was released. And in the movie, it is very apparent that he's dying from cancer. And when he speaks about how he's going to live the last days of his life, it was so heartfelt, touching, and warming. It just added such a special moment to this film, where an actor who I've loved as the Candyman, also with Tony Todd being the coroner and the guy who's so mysterious in the earlier films, to see him say his goodbye this way was beautiful. And it was shortly after that Final Destination was released, I learned that my dad had gotten cancer. So this pulled Tony Todd's scene even closer to my heart.
For years, people have been coming to me for advice. Well, I'm tired. I'm done with all that. And now I'm sick just like Iris. There's no running this time. Fact is, you're all gonna die. And after that, I will too. Now that my old friend is gone, I'm retiring.
So what? You're just gonna leave us here? Dude, we need your help. Where are you going?
I intend to enjoy the time I have left. And I suggest that you do the same. Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when. Good luck.
But besides that, this movie was also really awesome. I mean, I really liked the Final Destination franchise. It impressed me from when it came out all the way back in 2000. And this was no different. I mean, it really did a great job as a legacy sequel. I thought it added new twists and turns while keeping the old ways fun and fresh and exciting. Great deaths, awesome horror thrills, even blended with comedy, drama, and action. I just enjoyed the movie from start to finish, and I had been highly anticipating it throughout the year, and it did not disappoint. And that is why it gets to be in the top 3.
Family, you don't get to pick the one you get. Just gotta love the one you got.
Coming in at number 2, released in August of 2025, Weapons!
So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids. But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty. And you know why? Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
This movie is directed by Zach Krieger. It's starring Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, and Amy Madigan. Plot. When all but one child in the 3rd grade class disappears at 2:17 a.m. in the morning, Justine, the teacher, and Archer, a parent, must put aside differences to piece together the mysterious reasons why, in the hopes to find the missing kids. Well, the strengths on this one are so clear. I mean, the mystery, the intrigue, the horror, the storytelling, the characters. I like the way it was told in chapters. I just really enjoyed this movie, and it just goes to show that you don't need a super great IP to have a successful, original horror thriller story. This one was impressive all around. It kept me guessing the whole time, intrigued the whole time. I was just waiting for everything as it unraveled to see how this one ended. I'm not going to get into the ending. I don't want to do too many spoilers in some of these because, you know, I think these movies are great and all well worth the watch.
Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Where are our children?
This is where the story really starts.
Coming in at #1, released in September of 2025, The Long Walk.
I look at each and every one of you, and I see hope.
What, walk me a while?
Yeah. Yeah, I do, Pete.
You boys are the answer. The long walk is the answer.
This movie is directed by Francis Lawrence. It's a story by Stephen King. It's starring Cooper Hoffman, David Johnson, and Mark Hamill. Set in a dystopian 1970, young boys participate in an annually televised walking marathon where you die if you don't keep up the pace. So this one was just super impressive and touched me in a very special way. The characters in this one were so just brought home so many things that were going on in my life. I mean, this story is an allegory for life, and it was released at a time where it affected my life in a very deep and personal way.
Off one!
One for all.
Nah, and again, I need to hear it louder. Off one!
And one for all!
The character of David Johnson throughout this film is talking about the moments, driving home how important the moments in life are, that we must focus in the moment that we're in. And then Cooper Hoffman adds to it by saying, and the moments at the end are the most important. And a week after I saw this movie for the first time, I learned that my dad was going to pass away within 3 weeks. And the lines and the characters from these movies were so fresh. It dug into my heart to help me be the strongest person I needed to be that I could be for my family in the most challenging time of my life. Realizing how important that each moment is, especially in those last moments that my dad and I got to spend.
Don't think about making it to the end. Just making it to the next moment. This moment?
I'm so sorry, Mom!
It matters, man.
You're right. Every moment matters, especially at the end.
And watching The Long Walk again after he had passed, this movie hit home even harder.
The only guarantee you have as a human being is that you are going to die. And if you're lucky, You get to choose how you spend those last moments.
But not only because this movie touched me in a personal way, it was put together well. The characters were great, the acting was great, and for a story with guys that are just walking and walking and walking, who get shot if they drop the pace, they really were able to pull together a great story. And that's why The Long Walk comes in at #1 for 2025 in all movies and all horror movies.
In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my list. This was a real fun project to put together. I'm really enjoyed watching the movies this year and sharing my opinions and thoughts on YouTube with everyone. I'd love to hear your top 10 movie choices for 2025 in the comments. And I also will be releasing my top 10 worst 2025 movies, my top 10 most surprising 2025 movies, top 10 disappointing 2025 movies, and I plan on having a couple other special presentations, horror academies like I did last February, where we'll talk about best actors and best directors and best music and all that stuff. But I also want to do a couple new rankings as we wrap up the year as well. One of them being ranking the top 15 horror movie deaths in 2025. And also, since I did watch a lot of new movies that hit theaters and new streamers, giving a top 5 or maybe 8 streamers of 2025 as well. And I'm looking forward to watching and sharing my opinions and thoughts on horror movies in 2026. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tap that notification bell, and all that jazz.